The courtroom comes to order. The judge takes the bench, calm but focused. A case is called Sanchez. The air is tense. Ms. Sanchez steps forward, composed but clearly carrying years of frustration. She is here for one reason: support for her son.
You all may be seated. Okay. Ms. Sanchez, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes. I'm here to get child support. We have an adopted son.
Okay. How old is your adopted son?
He's 16.
Okay.
And I've been taking care of him by myself for probably the last 6 years.
Okay.
And he's getting, where things are more expensive. And we adopted him at late in life, and because I couldn't have children, and so Mr. Sanchez thought that we should adopt. But several years ago, he also decided that he should have a secretarial.
Ms. Sanchez begins her story. Her voice is steady, but emotional weight is unmistakable. She explains she has raised their 16-year-old son alone for 6 years. Expenses are growing. Life is getting harder. What began as a shared decision to adopt has turned into a one-sided responsibility.
Person in his life, so to speak.
What do you mean by that?
He had an affair with his secretary.
Oh, okay.
And so I was left to raise our son by myself.
When you say that you're raising him by yourself, he's not giving you any type of support?
No, ma'am.
Do you know if he has any money?
I know he does. I know that his parents just recently passed away, and they had a big farm, and they had a lot of land, and they had a bunch of cows, and so I know they're worth something. And he's always had a steady job. He's worked for the government forever, and he doesn't think that he should have to pay me any child support because he said it's not his biological child. And
Then comes a turning point. She reveals the breakdown of the marriage, an affair with his secretary. The courtroom shifts. The judge leans in. This is no longer just about money. It's about accountability, betrayal, and responsibility left behind.
Wait a minute, real quick. You understand that an adopted child is your legal responsibility, right?
Absolutely, and I never said I don't take care of him.
But did you say what she just said, that, or you believe what she just said, that you don't have to take care of him because he's not biologically yours?
No, I never said that.
Oh, okay. I was hoping you were going to give me that
Absolutely
answer.
not.
Okay.
You're
Because
right.
you understand that
Does
an
this look like
adopted
the face of somebody who would not take care of a child?
Well, I don't know, sir. I see plenty of faces that don't take care of their kids, so I can't
Well,
really
it's my
accurately answer that
responsibility
question.
To take care of my child,
Okay.
even though he is adopted.
Okay. Well, even though the adoption part has nothing to do with it. And
The judge asks the critical question, has Mr. Sanchez been supporting his son? The answer is simple: no. Despite steady employment and recent inheritance, he has contributed nothing. The tension rises as financial truth begins to unfold.
from now on, don't call him adoptive son, okay? He's your son.
That's correct.
Legally adopted, your son.
That's correct.
Okay, now I'll be back to you in
Yes.
just one moment,
Yes,
okay?
Your Honor.
So let's talk about this land and cattle and all of that. So you said his parents are deceased.
his parents died about a year ago, and he inherited a lot of land that's worth probably close to $200,000.
Okay.
And there's some cattle being run on there.
200,000. And you said he worked for the government?
He does. He works for the government, Your Honor.
So all of this money and he hasn't given you anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay, sir, you work for the government currently and you inherited some land and you have cattle on that land. And
The judge does not hesitate. A firm reminder echoes through the room. An adopted child is not less than. He is not optional. He is legally and fully their son. The correction is sharp. Don't call him adopted. He's your son. The message is clear.
you have not paid her any money for your son?
I inherited 10 acres. That's it. I've got 6 head
That's
of cattle.
it? Do you know how many acres 10 acres is? Sir, some people's houses aren't even sitting on 1 acre.
Well, it depends where it is.
Okay.
Well, it's
You have
not
10
in the
acres. How much?
city of wherever.
Is it accurate what she said that these acres are worth almost $200,000?
$160,000.
Okay, that's close to two. You know
Well,
what?
that's $40,000 less.
It may be, but it's still worth close to 200,000, which is what she said.
The
Now-
cattle are worth 40,000.
The cattle. Okay, so to combine, that's $200,000.
Well, it sounds like it.
So you have
Attention shifts to assets, land, cattle, inheritance. Ms. Sanchez claims significant value. Mr. Sanchez downplays it. But the numbers don't lie. Whether $160,000 or $200,000, the judge sees stability, resources that should support the child.
assets and worth in excess of $200,000, and you don't want to give this woman anything for your son.
I'll give her something.
You, excuse me? You'll give her something?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm going to make sure that you give it to her on a consistent basis.
I'm a caseworker.
Okay.
We make very little money as a case. You do cases all the time.
Sir.
I'm a caseworker. I deal with this all the time.
Okay.
This isn't fair.
How much do you make as a caseworker? No, what's not fair is the fact that you have not given her any money and you have assets worth $200,000 and you work an everyday job. How much money are you making on your job every day?
50,000, that's it.
40, 50.
Mr. Sanchez defends himself. He insists he takes care of the boy, teaching him farm work, bringing him to the land. But the judge quickly cuts through it. Life lessons are valuable, yes, but they do not pay for food, school, or sports.
You know what, sir? You came
Wait.
here to waste my time.
Wait.
No, you wait,
Whoa.
because that is ridiculous. You're making a lot of money, and you haven't given her anything.
I take care of the child. He comes to the farm. I teach him things about how to work the land. I mean, I spend so much time with that child.
So you're teaching him a trade,
Yes,
and that
ma'am.
is excellent. However,
Yes, ma'am.
trade has nothing to do with the financial responsibility of him, okay? So what I'm going to do, because your assets, although they're not income producing per se, I can still base your child support off of that. You have
Only when it's sold. It's only worth it when it's sold.
no.
Ms. Sanchez highlights reality. Football expenses, daily needs, health insurance, real costs, real sacrifices. The judge listens closely. This is the voice of a parent carrying the full weight alone.
I can base your child support based on the assets that you have, even though they have not been sold and they're not income producing. So, because you have so much money, when you add together what you make yearly, along with your assets, what I can do is take a reasonable amount of that and calculate your child support, okay?
Reasonable amount.
Reasonable. I
Okay.
said, that's what I said.
What do you consider reasonable?
I thought I was the judge in asking the questions.
Well-
so I'm getting ready to tell you what I consider reasonable, okay? Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, our son is 16 and he is playing football in school, and he has all these expenses, and I have asked Mr.
Now comes the calculation. The courtroom becomes precise, methodical. Income is combined with asset value. Numbers are broken down. Monthly obligations are determined. The final figure lands, $1, $296.93 every month. Consistent. Enforceable.
Sanchez to please give us some money to buy the uniforms and for all these other expenses. And he's going to be coming up on graduation and
Okay.
all those expenses. And this man doesn't want to give me anything. That's the excuse I get all the time. Well, I take him to the farm. I teach him how to milk the cows, or I teach him how to bale the hay. Well, I'm sorry, but that's not paying for his football uniform.
And I agree with that.
What?
It costs money to raise a child.
This is a hearing aid. I have been dealing with this all my life with this woman. I take them out just so I don't have to listen to it.
You know what, sir? That is very uncalled for.
That's all she does is complain.
Well, she has a legitimate complaint. Don't you think you have not been giving her anything for the support of your child?
Okay, I'll support the child. Just leave me alone.
Okay, she's getting ready to leave you alone right now because I'm getting ready to bother you with these numbers, okay? So what we're going to do is calculate your child support based on, you say you make a
Mr. Sanchez questions what remains for him. The judge's response is firm, almost final. He reminds him of his assets, his job, his lifestyle. Responsibility comes first. There are no excuses left.
50,000 as a case manager, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we're going to add that with that $40,000 worth of cattle that you have.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so they give you a gross of $90,000. A yearly, I'm sorry, of $90,000.
That's correct.
I have your gross at $7,500. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Brings your net to $5,834.63. You only have one child that's under the age of 18.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so who carries health insurance for the child?
I've been paying a private policy for him for the last 6 years since he walked out the door.
You've been paying policy.
Okay.
Where are you getting the money to pay the policy?
Excuse me, sir.
The ruling stands. Clear. Unwavering. The judge closes the case with authority, ensuring the child's needs come before anything else. Being a father is not about convenience, it is about commitment. And in this courtroom, responsibility is not negotiable.